reason why, all right, so hold on, let me get into it. So we talking about Colorado today. Can they pull out the upset against Oregon State? Remember, Oregon State quarterback DJ O, I call him DJ O. He was left for dead. They said he was a bust. People in college football was like he was all hype, coming out of that big high school out of California, and it's because he had good players around him. That's why he was blah 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 whatever, like the top 5 star. If he played at a regular high school and he didn't have good players around him, a good offensive line, he would not have been all that, right? So now since he left Clemson and he went to Oregon State, he's now starting to get his shine. It's a little bit of shine. It's not a lot of shine, but he's starting to get. This is what I. He was a guy in giant. Y'all remember he came in the Clemson program after Deshaun Watson and then Trevor Lawrence. He supposed to be the next big guy. So right now we looking at Shador, how Shador is kind of struggling right now, and Shador jumped on the scene and kind of took his spot really. Shador was down at Jackson. Everybody was saying, Jackson, you can't, they ain't really no real football like how it is in these Power 5 schools. You won't do the same stuff at the Power 5. While Shador was having a great 2 seasons at Jackson, DJ O was struggling at Clemson. I want y'all to understand this. He was struggling. They were saying he was a bust. So now he transfers to Oregon State, and Shador's at Colorado. Now they get to go head to head matchup. The media is not even talking about it because still DJ O really doesn't have the hype around him. Even though he's having a good season, he don't have the hype around him. He's in a new program. Like he don't really have like when you in a program 2 3 years, you can start calling audibles and stuff. The offense coordinator they trust you more, so you can put up better stats, better numbers. This is first year, so they're gonna kind of do stuff. They're gonna keep it simple, and sometimes you don't have the big numbers. So ESPN, all them, they ain't really on him like that. Everybody been on Shador this year, but y'all saw Shador face last game. That's why I used the picture that I used. Shador face. This is my first time seeing him beat down. Last game, his face said it all, and I think that's why Coach Prime made the change this week as the offense with the offense coordinator. And a lot of people been saying, I know I was saying it. I was saying the big time. When a defense knows you're going to pass the ball every play, now we know, okay, I'm going to give this offense lineman my best pass rush moves. I can give it all I got. I don't have to throttle down because I don't have to worry about the run. So now with this new change with the offense coordinator, I feel like it will be a change as far as play calling. I think it will be a more mix up with the run and the pass. And I was looking at a lot of highlights from Oregon State's game. Oregon State, they mix the ball, the run and pass up. They mix it up a lot. You don't really know if they finna run or pass, and they can run RPOs because the big fella like DJ O, the quarterback, he's 6'4", 6'5", like 250. He a big dude. Like he's not a little baby quarterback. So when he run the ball, he pull it down. It's kind of like Cam Newton or somebody pulling the ball down and running. And y'all know Colorado doesn't have the biggest defense in the world, and Shallow won't play the first half. So he's not worried about nobody laying a boom on him. He's gonna be able to have his way with the defense a little bit, right? So now Shador, he's not gonna get the same amount of throws as he used to get because I think the offensive coordinator now, the guy that's gonna call the plays now, he's more of a run pass guy. Run pass. He's more old school. And I think that's why he kind of got phased out of the league because the league is turning into a passing league now. He was more of a run first, see how many yards we get on first down. If we get a good chunk, we're gonna run it again. If we don't get a lot of yards, we're gonna pass. So that's kind of like what we probably gonna see with Colorado now. And both of these teams, if that's the case, both of these teams play kind of similar. Um, so I'm hoping it's a good game. We got some big recruits that's gonna be at this game this week. You don't want to recruit to be at the game and y'all get blowed out, and it's homecoming. Like you got a lot of alumni coming back in town. Like it's a good vibe going for Colorado right now, and I want it to be a good game. I want, and another reason why I want it to be a good game because I want the other quarterback to get his shine. Like when he failed at Clemson, everybody wrote him off. Everybody was like, "Oh, you a bust." But now we see Clemson, they struggling again this year. They 4-4 now. So you can't blame the quarterback now. You got to start looking at, okay, what's going on at Clemson? This other quarterback they brought in, he supposed to be good too. And now he's not performing at a high level. So it might have not have been the quarterback. It might have been something going on with that system. So hopefully this game, if it's a shootout game, if they go back to back, it's some last minute drives, they go into overtime, whatever, this quarterback can put his skill set on display. I hope Shador can stay upright, and he can. Well, we already know what Shador can do, but I just hope he can stay upright so he can keep his head in the game. Last week, I can tell he was shook. His head was out of the game. I think that's why Coach Prime made that change, because he can see his son' confidence has been shooken, and if we, I think Shador has only lost maybe like he's lost less than 10 games, so he's never had his confidence shaken. Now you can start to see he was starting to crack. The other players on the team, I was seeing guys on the sideline with their mouth open with no real spirit. They just look like zombies on the sideline. So hopefully we're gonna see a change. I hope the spirit or a jump back into these guys. But I can't wait to see it. Somebody's gonna elevate this game. Either Shador's gonna elevate and get back to that. Okay, we might can make a playoff run. Well, not a playoff run, a run for a bowl game, and or DJ O, he's gonna come back and might be in the limelight now because he'll be one of these top quarterbacks in the pack. And what is it, Pac-12? So think about it. His team has pretty much been ranked all year, and nobody ain't heard nothing about this quarterback. If he beats Colorado today, big time fashion, now he's gonna be at one of the top quarterbacks. If it's a duel back and forth, him and Shador kind of both rise at the same time. If Colorado blows him out, now his draft stock and everything's gonna fall. So this is a big game for DJO. I'm looking for Harold to come in. Big Hurt, he might come in, and he's out in Portland, Oregon, so he might be able to give us a little bit more insight on Oregon State. Let me see if y'all drop in the comments. I see I got 33 people in the room. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all come in and hit the like button. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Nah, it ain't like I'm jumping ship, man. Like really, right now, I'm going through a lot. Like with I got a ranch that I'm doing, and like y'all see me on my truck. I'm driving too, so I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot, and like I wanted to go live yesterday when I heard the news about the offense coordinator, and like I've been calling this the whole time, and it was kind of frustrating when you know something is wrong and they're not fixing it, and I'm listening to Coach Prime doing these speeches, and everybody putting it on the kids. I'm just like, okay, this is not all on the kids right here. The offensive line is starting to give up because it's not no balance. We throwing the ball too much, and like Shador, I'm like, okay, people saying that he playing daddy ball, but it's necessarily not daddy ball because Coach Prime was trying to be hands off. Like true head coaches, they let their offense coordinators and their defense coordinators cook their own meal. They let them call plays and have freedom so they can be who they want to be, and they put their own stamp on it, and they try to be hands off. So Coach Prime was trying to be hands off, and y'all, what game? It was like the fourth game of the season. I think against Arizona State. He said something like, I don't know if y'all caught this. He said we're gonna evaluate everything, even the coaches. So he was like, everybody gonna get evaluated, and some people. So he said something like that. So that at that point, he was upset with the play calling from the offense coordinator. But he trying to say, okay, I brought you in here because I believe in you. I'm gonna give you your time to hang yourself or change things around. So he was just letting them go, let them go. And like I was gonna do a whole skit about this yesterday. I had a funny skit, but I just didn't have the time to do it. So part of it is time, and the other part of it is frustrated with. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm hearing guys saying it's the offensive lineman. They starting to hate on Shador, and that's why it's the players on the team starting trying to sabotage Shador. All right, man, that ain't the case. So you start kind of unplugging because you know what the problem is. The problem is the play calling, and we calling the same plays every week. That game against after we lost the Arizona State game. No, that was it Stanford game. The Stanford game. When they came back after the Stanford game, I seen the offensive coordinator. He said, "I'm gonna call the plays that I know need to be ran, and I'm not finna change up." I said, "Oh hell." That that game right there made me. The Stanford game made me kind of say, "T, you putting too much energy to this, and when this guy he ain't gonna change. So until it's a change made that I can't call this shot. It got to be Coach Prime or it got to be this offense coordinator to change this." And you see the running back. The running back was like, "Look, just redshirt me because he know I'm not gonna get the touches that I need to get. I'm not gonna get the touches. So if I can't get the touches, I might as well get redshirted." So now, and it goes back to what I said on the sideline. You can see guys' face. They starting to lose faith. They starting to lose faith. So Coach Prime had to make a change. Now that he's made this change, my energies might jump back up because now I'm not talking about the same thing over and over and over again, and I see nobody ain't changing nothing. Like, and I'm looking at these guys like, okay, y'all supposed to have more football experience than me, and I see this. Why y'all don't see this? So that's why I feel like I'm switching up a little bit. I mean, and I always cover a lot of teams. Like I cover a lot of teams because it give you more to talk about, and I get more subscribers when you covering this team, you covering that team. People that care about that team, they'll watch your video. So that's why I kind of during the off season you got to have a lot to talk about. If you just covering one team, you don't have a lot to talk about. Let me see. Pink said, yeah, he looked defeated. Yeah, he did. It looked sad, man. Even after the press conference, you remember that time when they played against like who was that team? I think Nebraska or somebody, and he was like, I'm talking about Shador. He was like, I don't care. It's just some more people. It's different names on the jersey. Like it's just people we playing against. I don't care what school it is. Like he was on his hiding. He was like, I don't care who it is. And I believe he still feel the same way, but now he's not believing in either his teammates or he's not believing in the offense coordinator. And a lot of times, once a team stop believing in what they coach is telling them, their production goes down. Uh, Good morning, Detroit Kitty. Good morning. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna give a shout out to the ladies. I got like 20% ladies watching my videos. I didn't know what ladies watch care about football like this. So appreciate y'all for checking in and taking the time out to watch my videos. My sound going in and out. Ah man, look, I'm in Louisiana and I'm on 5G, but it's not all the way like I wanted it. So I was gonna give it a go. Oh, that's Big Rern. What's up, Big Rern? Is this the Big Rern I went to high school with? Oh man, don't tell me this Big Rern I went to high school with. Uh, but so y'all, is my sound still going in and out? If it's going in and out, I'll probably shut down and do this again later. I'm trying to go through Jackson today, and if Jackson got a game in Jackson, I'm trying to go through. Okay, all right. I thought you were a big run for my high school. Okay. Uh, we had a big D lineman. He looked just like Big Worm, like old boy, that comedian on Friday. And I started calling him Big Worm. He was a big dude. I remember one time we was after a game we was eating some steaks, and I cut the fat off my steak, and he said, "Hey man, you gonna eat that?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't eating that." He was like, "Let me have it." I gave him that little piece of fat off that steak. It wasn't no little piece, it was a long piece. Big Worm ate that junk up. I was like, what? But my man, he going through it right now. He having a lot of heart problems now. And every time I see his post, I think about that day he ate that fat off my plate. Ah, Homer High School. Oh, in Louisiana. I'm over here in Shreveport right now, Louisiana. Do I have any idea on where? From what I know about him, he runs the ball a lot. So I think he's gonna run the ball a lot and try to protect Shador. Like a lot of times, those plays that Shador would try to run, like those play action plays and stuff, that supposed to get the quarterback more time, it won't work unless you running the ball. You got to be ran the ball like 4 or 5 times and had success running the ball. So I think he's gonna do a lot more running the ball. So now Shador can do those play actions and how to get by more time so he can take deep shots down the field. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. And I'm gonna try to keep pushing these videos out for y'all, man. It's hard, but it's fair. I got like over 2 million views on my YouTube channel, so I'm starting to crank up. I'm starting to believe in myself. So I'm gonna try to do stuff bigger and better and have more guests on. So hopefully we're gonna grow into something big next year. I might do some live games and show up at some of these games and interview live with people. And I'm gonna get some of y'all to come on too. Like once I get my core people that I see rocking with me, I'm gonna try to link up, get y'all numbers so I can invite y'all. Or I'm gonna start a Facebook group where I can put the link in the Facebook group. So if y'all want to jump on the live, y'all can come in. Y'all can click the link and come in on the live. So I just noticed that today that I can share my links to Facebook. So I said, oh shoot, I might start a Big Tiger Facebook group and do it like that. Cause I want to hear some of y'all got some good feedback. Some of y'all be a little delusional, be crazy, but some of y'all got some good feedback. So I like for the world to hear y'all too, cause I don't know everything. No, I didn't pass through Lafayette. Lafayette down on the bottom side. I'm up on the top right now. I'm on the top. I'm going through Shreveport and all this up here. I'm gonna go through like Grambling and then once I get out of Louisiana, I'm going through Jackson, Mississippi. So I might stop in. I think Jackson got a home game today. If they got a home game, I might go in there and act out today. That's why I got my J hat on. I might go in there and see what they're doing in Jackson. I think Lafayette ain't Lafayette on the bottom off of 10. But what do y'all think gonna happen? Y'all think Shador gonna have a great day and have big time numbers, or y'all think he gonna have a 250-yard day with like 3 touchdowns? Like they still good numbers, but they not. I don't think he gonna have no 400 yards today. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he gonna have like 250, 280, and maybe like 3 touchdowns. Andrew, what you talking about? Pause. Pause on what? What did I say? Y'all be killing me with this pause stuff. Like Mason, what's the man name? Cameron, they be saying that pause, especially Mace. Mace say pause every 3 words. Seem like actually I think they're gonna be pretty good in the running game. Cause if you look at our running back numbers, our running backs are averaging like 4 yards a carry. So 4 yards a carry with a offense coordinator that like to run the ball and he like to kind of have short down the distance, he'll run the ball twice. And if it's third and two, he might run the ball again or he might pass the ball. That's when the play action and all that stuff comes into play. So I believe we're gonna have success, and we got enough running backs. If you actually look at Colorado team, Colorado got more running back talent than they have top end receiver talent. Not saying we don't have top wide receivers. I'm saying they got more running backs. They got four running backs with now McCaskill. He redshirted, but at the time they had four running backs with game experience, and then you had one freshman that was like all royal freshman that was coming in. So far as game experience, we had more talent at running back. So I feel like we got enough running backs where they can run the ball a lot and they can switch them out, where we won't have a fall off in production. Oh, you doing that on the bottom? I'm on top. Pause. Okay, all right. I got you. I got you, Andrew. Lafayette. Oh, Lafayette is up here between like Monroe and Shreveport up here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. All right, now this is the thing about the screenplays. This is what I noticed with that big number 69. He's not that coordinated. Like he can't really move like that. So when they try to run screenplays with this offensive line, they don't really have the foot speed to get out there like they need to. Like I seen them run some screens at the beginning of the year, and they out there just running. Like they weren't even blocking nobody. They just trying to get into their position. When you have an elite offensive lineman, he can get to his position and he can look up a player. Colorado offensive linemen, they just trying to get to their spot. They can't even do two things at one time, like get to my spot and identify who I need to block and block him. Like they don't have the athletes for that, for real. Now maybe with that wide receiver screen, maybe, but when they were trying to run them running back screens with Dylan, the line couldn't keep up. Yeah, I think we're gonna have about 20 rushes. Now, if we lose running the ball, I can live with that. But if we lose throwing the ball every play, I can't live with that because now it makes it easier for the defense coordinator on the other team. He can just call a lot of pass plays. He can do all his stunts with the D lineman. Everything he want to do, all the tricks he want to do, he can start pulling out the bag because he know okay, there's another pass play coming, another pass play coming. And I feel like another thing with those screens, it's really not a screen, but it's those on the curve kind of like those plays on the curve. Some people call those wide receiver screens, but our wide receivers don't block good enough. If y'all noticed last week, Mikey got put on his butt like one time bad. He got knocked into Henderson, and another time he was trying to block somebody, and that it was just terrible. So he's not a big time blocker. The best blocker that we have is number 4, Antonio. Now, if you run the screen with Jimmy Horn and Antonio on the same side, I think that might be good. Or Travis and Antonio on the same side. I don't think Xavier is really a screen kind of guy. Like he can do it, but I don't think that's his strong skill set. And Travis, to me, Travis and Antonio, they block the best. That's in my opinion. I feel like if they do something like that, they should motion what's my man Dylan out and throw him the ball and let number 4 block for him. Number 4 and Travis block for him and throw the ball to Dylan. That's what I would do. I motion number 3 out to 5 wide and throw to Dylan on the curve and let, well not really on the curve, like throw it to him like on a hash and let number 4 and Travis block for him. Because the other wide receiver, y'all, if y'all notice, like, what game have y'all seen where one of our wide receivers just really blocked somebody, like really dominated somebody? They don't. We don't have them kind of wide receivers. Now, that's a unique talent to find guys that wide receivers that want to block. Most wide receivers they want the ball, especially when you get fast wide receivers that we got. They want to score touchdowns. They ain't really trying to block like that. And that's a problem that Kirby Smart was running into at Georgia when he was getting a lot of these big play kind of wide receivers. They really didn't want to block. don't know about Moore. You say he the route god. He can run routes real good. I don't know about Caleb Moore. What number is he? Mm. What y'all think? Y'all think we gonna win today, or y'all think we gonna lose? Now I had this game at the beginning of the year. I had this as a question mark game. Like I didn't quarterback. Technically, this supposed to be a loss. All right, I'm finna bring in Big Hurt.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, can you hit? Am I dragging on your end?
You're not dragging on my end, but it sounds like I'm dragging on your end.
If you
You're
talk,
not dragging on my end, but like I hear. I'm dragging on your end.
yeah, I'm hearing you dragging on my end.
Okay. Okay.
All up. I'm trying to see. The universe hate on us, dog. They don't want us. They don't want us to be great, dog.
It's been like that since day one.
It's been like that since day one. Let me see. Say something to see if you
Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. It's a little better.
It's a little better. So hey, tell me this. Do y'all have a good running back? Do y'all have what's y'all strength to that team over there in Oregon State?
Man,
Man,
uh,
yeah,
I think
dog.
Dallas
I think
also.
Dallas also. Yeah, I can't hear nothing, bro. I can't hear you, dog.
I'll call you back. Hold on.
I'll call you back. Hold on. Y'all saying we gonna win. Matthews, what number is Matthews? What number is Matthews? I done heard that name before, but I can't think about it. Like I can't remember no big plays that Matthews made. Number 13. Oh, yeah, I saw him in that little light skinned dude. I think I saw him in last game. Okay, yeah, y'all on it. Y'all, I see the 13s popping up. See, I never heard anything about. So that's one thing about I don't like about Well Off Media. Like they don't cover everybody. Like as a journalist, to me, when you introduce other people into when you introduce a new player to the audience, now the audience they looking for this player. You know they feel connected to this player, and we just keep seeing a lot of Jimmy Horn and Shador and Travis and the strength coach. Like he always talking about the strength coach braids and stuff. Like that's cool. I get y'all got y'all inside jokes, but there's so many people on the team that we could get introduced to, and I just don't feel like they're doing that. He is. He all over Well Off Media. I never. Wait. Do you see him like sitting down at the table? Like I don't ever see him on the practice field. I never see him. Like when who has he cooked at practice? I never seen him cook anybody at practice. Like I remember seeing 14 cooking people at practice, but I don't remember seeing number 13 cook nobody at practice on the Will Off Media YouTube page. His daddy part of the staff. See, y'all might be on his channel watching. I didn't know he had a channel. Like I didn't know that the other tight end had a channel too that left. The tight end that transferred out, he had a channel. I never seen that. He cooked Shiloh. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. They posted sister. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to go. Y'all put me on game right here. I'm gonna have to go back and look. He like showing the white too. Hold on. I'm trying to bring Hurt back in. She cannot get him in here. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna see what it do.
Yeah.
So from what you know, what you think? You think Oregon State gonna win this game, or they gonna fumble the bag?
Oregon State gonna win.
And this game right here is really crucial for Oregon State because this game right here can put them on the map.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, everybody in college they're gonna put on the map. I'm watching right now. They just stronger, bro. You can see they got grown men strength. That's what
Hey, do you have a earpiece in?
what you mean?
Do you have a Bluetooth or something like that in?
No. No, I got you on phone.
Yeah, cause they were saying they hearing the echo.
Yeah, I hear echo too.
Is your YouTube channel ain't on no more, is it? Right? You got a YouTube off?
Let me check. Let me do it again. Hold on.
We're gonna try it one more time. Try it one more time, y'all. And the reason why I like bring my boy Big Hurt on, like I said, he played ball. He plays with some arena teams and stuff like that. So he done had some of that pro experience. He didn't make it in league, but he played in some of those arena leagues, and he know about contracts and all that kind of stuff. And he know a lot of coaches, players that we might not know about. All right, let's try it one more time.
Okay.
All right, and it's not on speaker, right? It's just on regular phone.
No, I just got some.
Okay. And it could be me, but I don't know. It might be on your end.
Maybe.
All right. But so yeah, if Oregon State win this game, I feel like it's gonna put them in the conversation because all thing you really been hearing about is Oregon, Washington, and USC and Colorado, and a little Utah sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
I think if they win this game for the rest of the season, and until they lose again, then they gonna start getting thrown in there with the Utah and Oregon kind of conversation. Like, okay, who's gonna win the West?
But see, I also noticed something. Oregon State got a facility. They just finished, and so now you got for facilities and recruits and all that other. So now, uh,
Well, hold on, but I can't hear nothing you saying, dog. I heard you say something about their facilities. They got nice facilities too.
yeah. They just put like 50 into their facilities.
It's 150 mil.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
So they
now,
got so you
huh?
saying they got facilities on par with Oregon?
Oregon, yeah. Oregon, uh, they on par with everybody.
Okay. So
And
you
so now, it's not like, one of the biggest things, like, even with Ohio, I mean, Colorado State was dealing. They redid they for they was losing because they wasn't up to par. Well, now thing well, with Colorado, them having started late last year, they got like kind of back to the O line. And so when we look at the O line and having the offense, the O, and that's what I was saying so that they had to be more blocking schemes. Because when I'm looking at the tape right now. These are grown men across on the other side of the field. They just move different. These the O line Colorado look like puppies. Great teams, and that's when and they not being
Damn, dog.
different teams.
It's hard. I know you giving some good stuff, but it's hard. You breaking up so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
might have to do this again. I don't know what else I can do.
yeah. We gonna practice on on another channel or something to see what's the best spot in your location. So I can hear you. I don't understand how the first few times we did it using the same spot and it worked real good. So look, yeah, we'll catch up, bro. We'll figure it out. So, cause I know people starting to drop off. All right. But yeah, y'all. Well, so what he was saying was, Oregon State, they done upgraded their facilities. They done put like over 100 million into their facilities. So now they can attract some of the better recruits. You gotta think Oregon State, they competing against Oregon. So Oregon got that Nike money. They upgraded everything. Oregon State had to do the same thing if they want to be competitive in their own state. And now that makes them competitive in the whole conference. Even though the conference is getting broken up right now, um, it's still gonna put them in a better position or whatever conference they go to be able to compete and draw in some of the bigger recruits. And if you see how they got this big time quarterback now, even though the hype ain't on him no more, he still was a big time quarterback. And from what I seen, they got some good running backs and stuff too. And their defense is decent. I don't think they got the best offensive line in the world. Um, I don't think they got the best wide receivers in the world. I just think they decent. So overwhelm us like how Oregon did. I think we got a chance if we call the right plays where we can take some shots. We can get some success on running the ball. I believe we can do all of that against this team because they are not a tip top program. They don't have 3 4 years of bringing in 4 and 5 star guys. So I think we got a chance to beat them when it comes to personnel if we match up good against them. But I just want to know with Shador and the other players is they spirit broke. The only person I can see spirit is really not broke is Xavier right now. Xavier, he they kind of I don't know if they spirit broke or not because I don't see them enough for real. Who about to hit my truck, y'all? Yeah, he's so close to me. Oh, he got it. He got it. But oh Lord, he had it. Now he playing. Stop playing with me, dog. I don't need no. I don't need to file no insurance claim early. On Saturday morning, I got too much stuff to do. Oh, he got it, y'all. But let me see how I get back to some of y'all comments. Yeah. Prepare change the way the yeah the offense gonna change, y'all. I'm promise. I promise y'all the offense gonna change. I I think we was averaging like 8 runs a game, minus the Shadur sacks and the Shadur scrambles. We had like 8 runs a game. I think for sure we gonna have at least probably like 22 runs now. Just that right there is gonna take away some of the hits that Shadur is taking. Like just that alone takes away some of the hits that Shadur is taking. And then on top of that, now the defensive linemen they can't just tee off. So I think that was the whole thing when Coach Prime started noticing Shadur's body was starting to decline. They said, okay, we got to make a change. Like he was limping last game. Like before he was getting hurt and getting up and shaking it off. Last game he couldn't even hardly run. So Coach Prime know like, okay, I'm finna ruin my son's career. And as a father, that's your main goal as a father to protect your kids, and you want them to have a better life than you. You don't want them. You don't want your son to be beat up and struggling and can't even how to get in and out of his damn Rolls Royce at 25 years old. So uh, yeah, I think we're gonna get. And I want y'all to understand this. We have not had a rushing touchdown. I think since week 3, if it wasn't Shadur. Like I don't think we done had a rushing touchdown since week 3 by a running back. It's been wide receivers scoring. No running backs have scored. I don't think we done had a running play that broke for over 50 yards. So all this stuff is because of play calling. Y'all know we got the running backs that can break a 50-yard run, but they don't get the ball enough to show somebody they can break a 50-yard run. And you're right, Mr. 337. Last game they didn't run not one jet sweep. I'm like, okay, the game before this, you had a player to score on the jet sweep, and now this game you don't run a jet sweep at all. So it seemed like to me, this is what I noticed with that other coordinator. When he wasn't having success with something, he would get obsessed with it and keep running it until he try to like make it work. But once he got up by a bunch of points, he started doing a lot of stuff. He started doing different kind of plays, started going deep into his playbook. You have to start out like that. You got to go into your playbook and see what works. Once you find out what works, now you can continue to call those plays. He kind of do the opposite. If he up, he go into his playbook. If he down, he stick with what he feel like. Okay, I feel like we can do this. I feel like we can do this. If it don't work, okay, I know we can do this. I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna run it again. And I think that's what got him in the doghouse, and the players quit on him. I don't think Alton is going is gonna leave. I thought about that for a second, but this is the thing about him leaving. Now that he's already transferred, if he goes somewhere else, he's gonna have to sit out a year. So that's 1 year he sat out because he was injured. He go another year he kind of done sat out. Now if he transfer again, that's another year he has. That'll be 3 years he really hasn't played. So his best bet is to stay here. That's his best bet and ride it out and see what happens. I don't think a lot of running backs gonna flock to come to Colorado right now because they see what's going on. And like I say, Colorado we deep at running back. It ain't like we don't have any running backs. If you notice, we started to get a big push on D lineman and O lineman. Oh, did y'all see that big D lineman? I'm doing a special about that next week. But these recruits they got coming in, and when I say Georgia, Georgia, hey, they got a lot of guys coming from Georgia now. I'm telling y'all, Georgia, a lot of these teams y'all look at that's winning, you go down that roster, got a bunch of Georgia boys on that roster. I'm just telling y'all now. The 3 states I feel like that put out champions is Georgia, Florida, and Louisiana. Texas do their thing too, but Louisiana got a lot of boys that we thought were Florida boys. Like Ed Reed. I thought Ed Reed was from Florida, but he from Louisiana. Like Ryan Clark, he from Louisiana. It's a lot of Louisiana boys that got a different kind of gear. Yeah, that no huddle got them in problem. Like when you running that no huddle, that's good when y'all having success and the defense kind of confused and you can get plays out real fast and the defense don't have time to adjust. But when the defense got time to adjust, when everybody was helping each other, beat Colorado, and all them coaches was getting together comparing notes, now they ready for it. They ready for it. And that no huddle started actually killing Colorado because they weren't taking enough time off the clock and their defense was on the field for too long. That's something I never looked up. I want to see how many plays on average Colorado defense run. Y'all remember at the beginning of the season, Shiloh was having like 10 tackles a game, 10 tackles a game. If your safety is getting 10 tackles a game, that's not good. That's not good. You do not want your safety to lead the team in tackles. They call safety for a reason. They the last man. They the safety man. They stopping you from scoring. So when Shallow got 10 tackles, that means he doing a lot of saving and stopping plays that could have went for a touchdown. That's not good. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. He made the right decision. Prime made the right decision. He had to do something. Yeah, that's right. When you too deep. But the only thing about football, you almost have to be too deep because football. This is one thing about football. It's 100% somebody gonna get injured. It's 100%. Every week somebody gonna get hurt. And I'm surprised. Sometimes with the strength and conditioning coach, that helps your team stay healthier because some of the movement stuff you're doing and how hard they push y'all in practice, all that kind of stuff. Some guys can monitor that stuff better, and it keeps players not overworking themselves and keep them loose and all that kind of stuff, so they don't get hurt as much. But football is almost a guarantee you're gonna get hurt. I'm surprised none of these Colorado guys. Well, no, I can't say that because you got Travis got hurt, you had Charlotte got hurt, you had I think Trevor Woods got hurt. So the tackle he got hurt. So yeah, we have been seeing the center got hurt. So a lot of guys have been getting hurt. It's almost 100%. So you got to be too deep, sometimes three deep in football, because you will have injuries. You will have injuries. Yeah, when you huddle up, to me, it kind of everybody kind of look each other in the eyes, and and you just kind of come back and reset. When you don't huddle, it's like you kind of being an individual. Yeah, that's true. When you saying the lineman trash, and that's why when I was saying what I was saying, I try not to say that was trash. The one thing that I kept saying was number 65, and this is something you can't control. He was jumping outside or having false starts every game. That right there, that's a mental, like you not mentally locked in. You can change that. But now when I look at their footwork, number 69, he just don't got the footwork to do a lot of these pulling plays and stuff like that. He just ain't fast enough. He don't have the agility to do that kind of stuff. But my main thing with the offensive line was you got to let them fire off on the defensive line. You got to let them kind of get their lick back and even the odds. When you just catching the D line all day, that starts to wear you out, man. That starts to wear you out when you do punching bag, you never get the punch back. So yeah, I agree with you. You can't say that people are trash. And like I was watching this one YouTuber, he covered Colorado, and he was saying the offense line, they hating on Shador, they getting jealous, They won't even help him up. They let people come through on purpose. I'm like, man, don't say stuff like that. That ain't true. These dudes trying to go to the league. Like people are not that petty trying to. Now, if you was a quarterback and you was just talking trash and I don't need my lineman, if you was saying stuff like that, yeah, I could see that. But them dudes are not just letting people come through. They spirit getting broke, and the coach asking them to do something that they can't do. So 229 True Sports. Hey, True Sports, I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna check out some of your content, True Sports. I probably done saw some of your stuff. I watch so many guys stuff, but I like Big Up and other channels. Maybe one day we can collab on something. Yeah, there's a lot of people on the YouTube channel just talk crazy. And so how I talk about stuff, I try to talk about it from a ex-player perspective. Some of these guys they talking about it from a fan perspective, and fans a fan can see something a blatant holding or pass interference, and if it's their team, oh no, that wasn't no foul, that wasn't no pass interference. But if it's going against their team, man, come on, ref. What you doing, ref? Like, so sometimes some fans, I can't even listen to them because they just so, like they call a fan is a fanatic. They so crazy about their team, they don't even care about the reality of the situation. They just want their team to win. So some of these guys that I see that just straight fanboys, I can't. It's kind of hard for me to lock in with them because I know some. Now I feel like what Shador can do for his offensive lineman, you got to pick up on what Brady used to do for his offensive lineman. Brady used to take his lineman out. They should do stuff. They should have fun, and so you feel love, and that now it feels like this is your brother. Once you feel like this is your brother, or this is my little brother, my big brother, whatever, like I'm gonna give it my all because I'm trying to protect. And I noticed he did this more at Jackson. At Jackson, his offensive lineman would walk with him, be around him at the lunch table. At Colorado, I haven't noticed that. I ain't seen that same kind of energy. And maybe they just ain't showing it, but I haven't seen it. Like I see with Tyler Brown. Tyler Brown was kind of crazy, but once Tyler Brown crazy about Shador and their relationship. Once Tyler Brown got ruled out, he couldn't play. It's kind of like, okay, you can want to be around Shador all you want and do everything with him, but you can't block for him, so it don't matter at this point. But I'm looking at it for next year, y'all. Next year, like how Coach Prime said, y'all better get me now. Next year, so we already know the running back coming back. Tyler Brown will be back, so that's two guys we know we can plug in. Shador gonna be here. And if we get some of these top recruits, these Georgia boys, these D linemen and all that, man, it's gonna be scary next year. Next year, it's gonna be pandemonium next year because I feel like next year we're gonna actually like blow some teams out. I wonder who gonna take over Weaver's spot. I wonder. Mm, hey, I'm gonna keep it real, man. That's all I can do, man. Keep it real. 'Cause when you keep it real, you can stand on what you said. And like I got some videos and stuff where I was talking about Dabo Sweeney last year, and people said I was hating. Now you see they 4-4 right now. Nah, I saw what was going on. I saw it. I'm not gonna say I ain't never wrong, but a lot of times I see stuff, I pay attention to stuff, and I can see okay, I see what's going on right here. This ain't gonna be good. It's finna turn out bad. See, I don't understand why he's not as close. Okay, did y'all see the tight? The not the tight end. The what's the safety number 7? Cam. He was talking about, check this out, y'all. And I don't know, people that done been to college, man, they hate for freshmen to have cars because it's not enough room to park all your cars on campus, right? Salmon Craig, he showed last week where he had $3,000 in fines, parking fines, right? And so look, we got to understand this. Coach Prime is real hard. Like if you miss your meetings, you miss this, you ain't playing, right? So at an NFL team, you got a whole parking lot out there. You can park your stuff around the facility, and it's fine. Like Sean Taylor used to leave his car at the facility and used to run home and run back. That's how he got his extra exercise in. One guy tried to buy his car. They're like, "Hey, who Mercedes that is right there?" They trying to sell it. They're like, "Oh no, that's Sean Taylor Mercedes. He leave it out here at the facilities." So while I'm bringing this up, these guys are getting parking tickets for trying to park and be on time for meetings. They got to come up with a system to where you got a van or something that pick them up. Cause like if he got 3,000, Shallow probably got 1,000. Shadur, like it's a lot of these guys probably got tickets. I went to school at App State in the mountains. In the mountains is even less land. It ain't a lot of land. So like how you know how y'all go to a Walmart, you have all that parking in the Walmart. Not in the mountains. In the mountains, you got a half of the parking lot. So if they don't have a designated spot for these football players to park their cars, and not just football players, for all the athletes, because you got to be over here these meetings and stuff. You got class, so you can lose your spot. And if you try to run back home and grab something and come back, now you got to try to find a spot, and they can get a park. They can get a fine for parking anywhere because they don't want to be late for the meeting. They got to come up with a system to where they got somebody driving around picking them up like every hour on the hour or every 30 minutes. And these guys can ride together in the van. When you ride together in the van, now you might hang around the guy that you're not used to hanging around. And now it kind of creates a better bond. But they got to do something about that. Like you know how much stress that would put on you if you had $3,000 worth of parking tickets? Man, you know how stressful that is? $3,000 parking tickets. Oh, you been to Al State? Hunt, we had a guy when I played for Al State. We had a dude named Rocky Hunt. He was he broke our sack record. I remember that. Somebody else done broke it since then, but I remember Big Rocky Hunt. And I believe Taylor. I believe the line is rocking with Shador. I believe they. I mean, I think they hyped to have Shador as they quarterback, but I just feel like the offense coordinator put them in a bad spot, and I just feel like they not the best, the most talented guys. So when you got the guys is that every team is gonna give Shador their best shot. All these defensive these pass rushers, when they say okay, like as a pass rusher, I rushed the passer before. You want to sack the quarterback. The quarterback that's the great quarterbacks and all the kind of the best quarterbacks. You want to sack them because now, okay, I can get the job done. Everybody see I can put his ass on the ground. So when every team that plays against Shador, these defensive players know if I sack Shador, more people are gonna see me. So they got extra motivation. So you got a line that's not top tier going against other line, and they got extra motivation to sack Shador. So it's not a great situation for their line, man. And the play calling ain't helping them. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the game. I'm gonna be watching the game, yo, for sure. I'm watching the game. But look, y'all, I'm gonna jump off, man. I gave y'all an hour. I'm gonna jump off and so I can get to where I need to get to. Try to see a little bit of this Jackson State and try to catch the game tonight. I know I'll be watching the game tonight for sure. It come on late on the outside, so I'll be watching. But y'all be easy. Appreciate y'all.